Welcome, Leo, to your weekly reading for the week of July 17th to the 23rd of 2017. This will be love focused. Other energies will pop up as well. And I do want to wish all of you whose birthday is this week. It will be on the 23rd, which is Sunday, as the sun moves into Leo. And I do hope that you do have a great time and treat yourself, if anything. All right. So Monday and Tuesday. Also, I wanted to mention that the tarot cards that I'm using here are the cards of the tarot of the new vision for any of you who would like to know. And Monday and Tuesday, the moon will be in Taurus, activating your 10th house of career and public standing, usually activities surrounding your goals, your life path, and outward expression of your talents and skills within your community or social groups. All right, so we do have the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Four of Cups reversed, the Two of Cups reversed, the Queen of Cups reversed, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Swords reversed, and the Ace of Wands. So some of you are dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. These are two different people that are there, the Knight of Swords and Queen of Swords. For some, there are three people here that you do see that I mentioned. And for some of you, there's this instance where you are making sure and watching, what someone is saying, and them with their action, the things that they're saying to you, and then the things that they're doing. Because I feel like this Queen of Cups person may be someone that you're not quite happy with right now. This is a person who could be very emotionally manipulative, someone that could have lied to you. This is also that energy of you taking on not really wanting to talk to this particular maybe air sign that some of you are dealing with, but whoever it is, there could be a breakup that's happening around this time, Monday and Tuesday, or that's still pending, kind of going on from maybe the weekend or some time where you're breaking away from that particular person and really taking on this no nonsense approach, because I feel like maybe this person, the breakup happened because this person was open to conversing to or flirting with other people. And I feel like a lot of you are fed up with that kind of energy. That's how it's coming through to me, where there have been some lies and deception that's going on. This could be definitely on some of your end, but also on the other person's end as well. That's what I sense here. And then, there's that sense of isolation, being a bit disappointed and angry with them. Maybe there is new energy. Say if you're unhappy with the water sign that you're dealing with, maybe this fire sign person is someone that you are not fire sign, I meant the air sign person is someone that you are dealing with, where you can see them right next to the Ace of Wands, someone that's a bit more on your level of being able to communicate, being able to tell the truth, being able to share what's on their mind, and maybe a bit more passion in a relationship. And maybe this person is someone who is financially stable, that is getting a new job, getting on their feet, and you're not having to share, or take care of the brunt of the relationship responsibilities. Those kind of things could be going on. And that's not to say that this air sign is not the person that's, you're having these issues with. That's what I feel for some of you out there. And these are energies that are subsiding. They're kind of going away. Either for some of you, you've been very critical about this particular person and how they've been treating you, or not treating you, so to speak. And this is you standing up to that particular situation and moving forward. Now, for some of you, this is you dealing with, say, employees that you've been around, with that 10th house being there. This is you telling them that you're not willing to do that work and take on that work, or work with those particular employees or whatever it is. And whatever person that you've been dealing with, or people, they're not happy and they're kind of running away from you. That's what I kind of sense. Maybe they just don't want to deal with the wrath or the anger that may be brought up within you from how they've been treating you. So they're kind of stepping away. That's what I get a sense of. Look at that Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords kind of running away towards more energy, something that's going to get them more excited. So that's what I feel for a lot of you out there. So look out for new money ideas, and making that money as an opportunity out there for some of you. Okay, so that's Monday and Tuesday. So Wednesday and Thursday, the moon will be in Gemini, activating your 11th house of friendships, hopes, and dreams. This is a more of an intellectual time, intellectual energy, and sometimes involving friends helping you with your dreams and how to manifest them, working together with them, organizations, events, socializing, social media, etc. All right, so we do have the Seven of Swords. We have the King of Wands, the Ten of Swords, Strength, Judgment, the Star, and the World. We have those major arcanas right there, which is very powerful, which is really good to see with that energy Monday and Tuesday. The energy of the 11th house around friendships. This is a good time, I feel, for a lot of you to try to allow that energy to help you get away from these heavier energies. I feel like for whoever you are dealing with, there's that energy of the Seven of Swords. Like I see a picture of the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, being a particular person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, that you are dealing with, and it's like someone has been caught in something. Okay, that's already done, that's been settled, not settled yet, but there's still like these questions that are being asked. Like you're tapping this person on the shoulder, like, hello, have you been talking to so and so, or have you been doing this and that with this particular person? And they're like, I don't want to talk about that right now, or something like that. Or them tapping you on your shoulder to kind of see if you are okay. And there's that energy of like, well, I won't get mad at you if you tell me the truth, that kind of thing. Trying to pry information out of someone in a gentle way, with the Strength card being there. That's how I kind of see a picture like that potentially happening. You have that may be true for some of you out there with the Ten of Swords. That is a heavy energy of being lied to, being betrayed or hurt by someone, but not being honest that you're still hurt by that situation. So you're doing your best to be strong, to show your own strength by being a leader in this situation, by practicing what you preach, and possibly trying to stick to what you said. You won't get angry if they are to be honest with you about why this has happened. And this is Judgment being there. This is the Star of healing, of trying to mend things, maybe starting anew with a certain person, or happy that you are finding an ending. An ending is near for a lot of you, with the World being there, the completion. Because these cards come out every week, the energies can change because relationships evolve or devolve, over time. Sometimes it's like that with a particular relationship. Sometimes some of them come to an end and some new ones begin, but some of them can be renewed. It just depends on the effort or the willingness from another person, or if that energy is still there. That's the mind and the heart of what you're thinking about a particular person, and if they're doing anything behind your back, and if you can trust them or not. That's how these energies are coming through to me. So with the Star and the World being there, this is a time of acclaim, of attention, of being praised for a good job well done, for being able to handle something in the right way. Justice, well, not justice, Judgment being there reminds me of justice, good karma, good energy. It's like the universe is not judging you in a way, but it does, to me, from my experience, it does make sure that you're being someone of a leader, and saying, if you're telling someone to not act a certain way or do certain things, and if you're not abiding by that or doing different things, it's like, well, what the heck is that? No, you can't have your wish or your dreams if you are not with certain standards, by treating people with kindness and compassion. And if you don't feel like you can treat those people in that way with your interactions with them, you disassociate with them, you disconnect. And that's what some of you are having to do, and I feel like some of you only be able to do that. Just depends on your situation. So some dealing with Aquarius, Scorpio, another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius is here. Okay, so that energy is for Wednesday and Thursday. So for Friday and Saturday, the moon will be in Cancer, activating your 12th house of secrets, sorrows, closure, self-undoing. And it's a time of rest and a time of dealing with any wounds that are not quite healed, and paying attention to your dreams as well. So if you have been dealing with a Cancer, that may be showing up here with the King of Cups. Some of you are knowing that this energy, it could bring out those energies of closure, of healing, of facing your fears, about letting go. That's what the sign of Cancer may teach you because of your 12th house. Just keep that in mind for a lot of you out there. So the 10 of Pentacles is here, the King of Cups again. The Queen of Wands is in reverse. That fire sign is showing up again for you. The 7 of Wands, you have the 5 of Wands reversed, the 8 of Wands, the 7 of Cups, and then you have the 6 of Wands reversed. The home, the family, your marriage, your relationship could be intact in some way. You know, it does not mean that there aren't any struggles with you and a particular person, because I do see that there. However, I see an energy here of, because you're trying your best not to offend your partner or someone, that you may not be addressing the issue directly. You know, there could be some like indirect things that are going on. The 5 of Wands is in reverse, so that's the energy of trying your best to avoid getting into conflict, avoid expressing how you are still feeling about something. That's why I was mentioning, like, you're creeping up behind somebody, like tapping them on their back to ask them a question because you don't want to offend them or scare them away. You know, that energy could be there. The 7 of Cups is always of looking for opportunities to deal with something. And when I see this card, it's a card of almost having it up to here, like you're almost done with something or dealing with this particular situation that you're not liking, and you'll continue to do it until you find the energy of learning that lesson of, you know, your tolerance and what you won't accept in your relationship. The Queen of Wands is coming out in reverse, and this could be your energy that's coming through, or this could be a fire sign that you're dealing with. When I clarified the Queen of Wands reverse, I got the 6 of Wands reverse. So you could be dealing with another fire sign or another person who's an attention seeker, someone who's personally or sometimes trying to manipulate you or get you angry because they are looking for more partners than one romantic partner. You know, and for some of you, you could be dealing with 2 different partners if you are dating 2 partners, and maybe this is some kind of truth that was found out by another person, where you were, you know, talking to 2 different people, and maybe someone has found out about that. The 7 of Wands is there of defending yourself, wanting to have that conversation. And it doesn't mean that you're losing. You could be very much on the, you know, the winning side of things, where people are after you and trying to knock you off of, I don't want to say your pedestal, but you are standing tall right here. And the 8 of Wands is here, where there is a lot of communication, maybe text back and forth, maybe 2 different romantic partners, or just getting out and about to socialize, to try to move away from what's heavy in your immediate environment with that particular person. So even though I see this, that 6 of Wands clarifying the Queen of Wands there, I do feel like, you know, the other person could be making you feel a bit unconfident, lacking self-esteem. That energy could be coming through, and that's why I feel like a lot of you are potentially just trying your best to focus on the home front, the family environment. That's what the King of Pentacles is actually doing. The King of Cups is doing. Emotionally available, sensitive, nurturing, and caring to the home environment, even in the midst of a lot of other fiery elements that's around. And if too much fire could actually confuse you and have you going off in a different tangent. So you want to make sure that you find a lot of balance. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards of fire. The Wands energy are here. You know, 2 are in the upright position, the other ones are reversed, which is, you know, you do want to see the 5 of Wands reversed, but, you know, just watch how you handle this kind of energy, whoever you're surrounded by, especially if it's another fire sign. You two may not really get along at this time and may butt heads. So that's what I feel. And this could be a family member that you are around. Okay. So this is for Friday and Saturday. So Leo, for Sunday, we have the new moon in Leo, your sign, and it's new beginnings pertaining to your first house of self and the mirror of things that you like, don't like. It's looking at yourself in a non-critical way and to assess all of these changes that you would like to make in terms of your new solar year as it does start to commence. So we have the Ace of Swords reversed, the Three of Cups reversed, the High Priestess, the Sun, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, the Three of Swords, the Magician. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Now, some dealing with a Virgo or Pisces, a Leo, a Capricorn, a Taurus is here, as well as an Aries for some of you. And there is a lack of communication. Someone is not telling the truth, where there is lies, deception about a third-party situation. That's definitely here, I feel, for some of you. And especially if you are single, just be mindful of someone not telling you the truth, of being intimate with you and another person. You know, these kind of energies could be going on where, if I look at the Three of Cups reverse, you know, this is energy sometimes of drinking, you know, alcoholism, drugs, you know, not really paying attention to the intake of those kind of things. You know, with the High Priestess, there are secrets that some of you are keeping or another person is keeping from you, and sometimes they may be having a bit of fun with you or that particular situation. You know, someone is enjoying this at times. Some people have that funny way about situations that they deal with, because they may have more attention coming to them than necessary, that they need to, more than one partner, and that could be stroking their ego or making them feel better, you know, that way. The Queen of Pentacles is there in reverse, so this could be someone around the home, your partner, you, just depends, that's a bit jealous, possessive, and not really having her hands on the ball right now, kind of dropping that as she's focused on so many different things. That's being heartbroken at home by herself, alone by herself, you know, looking and searching for ways to start a new beginning, you know, trying to release themselves from scenarios that are just not serving her or him anymore. You know, that's what I feel. For some of you, there's this instance, like maybe there was a new beginning that was about to start, but maybe someone falls into temptation, or that kind of energy is going on. Say if the Three of Cups is right next to the card of the High Priestess, and you know, you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Virgo that you are still connecting with, along with another maybe fire sign, a Leo, that's there with that combination. That's how I kind of see it for some. And there is a disconnect that's happening for a lot of you. There's a dependency on emotional dependency, I feel, in a relationship, where some of you have to be honest with yourself. If this is your energy of a codependent relationship, the attachment factor, not letting your partner go, letting them be who they are, which could mean smothering. So there has to be some kind of separation or some space so the other person can breathe, so that you can breathe and do what you need to do, and vice versa. So the energy can turn around where you do party with one another, you are honest with one another, there isn't this heartbreak, and there is stability on the home front. And some others of you are maybe separated from your partner because you're working too much, focusing on, you know, your money and those kind of gains, and that's all you're focused about, where there's not enough energy going to your relationship or friendships. You know, balance that needs to be found. And I just sense to let you know, to tell you, just to be mindful of dishonesty and deception, things like that that's going on. Okay, so that energy is for Sunday. So that new moon is coming out, new beginnings are here. You have the Magician. Is what are you wishing for? You have to communicate those kind of things and not hold back. with the Ace of Swords reversed. So let's see what we have from the Romance Angels. So from the Romance Angels, we have past life relationship, deception, attraction, pay attention to the red flags, religious factors, codependency, and this could be the one. As I'm shuffling the cards, these cards all pop out. The first card that popped out, well, it didn't pop out, I pulled it out, past life relationship. That came out on its own through my own intuition, through that message being important for a lot of you, and maybe why you continue to have this connection or pull towards another person, where there could have been some things in a past life that has been done energy that you're clearing out, trying to mend with a particular person that needs healing. These other cards are here and they go along with the reading of any kind of lies or deception. Could be extreme in the sense of, you know, infidelity could have been happening. You found out something like that has happened or will. That energy is there. Just be mindful of that. With the card, pay attention to the red flags right next to attraction. That is being a bit more aware of what's going on and not being naive or closing yourself off to others fooling you once, twice, or a third time. Just because someone says that they're not going to do something again doesn't mean that it won't happen. But that's not to give into the stress, because you can't stop someone from doing certain things. You can only build up your own self-esteem and confidence through that enjoying the moment factor. Attraction says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Religious factors coming in. Any of you could be a bit strict with your beliefs, you know, your morals, or whatever it may be, something that could be bothering you in a marriage or relationship, whatever it is. If you have certain morals and certain beliefs that you stand by, this is something that may be pulling you away from your partner or keeping you two disconnected due to your beliefs. And codependency came up. That information was there with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. That's important for a lot of you out there. If that energy is speaking to you, the balance needs to be fixed, and this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek, and this is when you see pay attention to the red flags, it doesn't mean that you have to leave a relationship. It just means that you have to address those issues if they pop up and not allow them to just be swept under the rug. Where I said for a lot of you may be a bit timid. Now that's unlike you Leos out there. You're not timid. You're not afraid to address certain things, but maybe through time you've been caught in too many arguments with your partner and you're probably tired of that, so you don't want to do that. But don't allow these things to start to build up. Deception and pay attention is important. They're powerful when it comes to just watching out for those signs. So I feel like for a lot of you there could be some reconciliations and things to work out in your relationship. Just be mindful of these energies. Okay, I hope that they helped out. This was a bit longer than others. I hope that you have a great week, and remember that if you would like a private reading, you can go to my website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. Have a good one.